Wee! We're live. Hello. No, you should go put the bird. Yeah, no, put the bird there. That's perfect.
Okay. He's like peeking around the corner.
Because then he's just spying on you. He's like Mr. Cotton's parrot.
Mr. Putin's parrot.
Parrot. Question. Well, hello everybody.
Hello.
I guess it would be ahoy everybody, since it's like a pirate day and we're not talking like pirate.
Yo ho and all that. Yo ho.
Arr, who be here?
Or it'd be early.
It'd be early on a Saturday morning. I don't know why I'm turning Canadian now.
We Irish just a little bit ago.
I was being Irish to be Canadian.
Oh my goodness.
I can't get a pirate voice down. It always turns into a different accent.
Mine's British and not a good British either.
Well, yours is kind of, I feel like, because, Jack Sparrow has a bit of a British accent, so that makes sense. I don't know where the Irish came from.
Is it from Barbosa? Is
Barbosa Irish?
Barbosa, what's the Davy Jones? Is this more Scottish?
I don't actually know.
Because I know he had like a pretty distinct accent.
Yeah, it's. Oh, I don't know if Bill Nye is. I don't know if he's Scottish or if he's English.
Oh.
I
don't know. It might be one of those.
I don't know. Hi, Alice. Alice was here at 8:42, according to so she was here even before we were.
Oh my goodness. Because Autumn was cruising in on two wheels at 8:59, like, hey everybody, what's up?
Oh, there we go. That's easier. Okay. And then Devin is here. Hello, Devin.
Hey, Devin.
Yay. Arr, thank you for joining us pirates here today.
There's so much that I want to say, and I'm like, I can't.
I just don't have a good pirate voice. That's my problem.
I love how you're a pirate with your Star Wars
with my baby Yoda. Arr, I get around.
Space pirates. I have two mugs here. I have one that looks kind of piratey for my coffee. My dad actually made this. He made it? Yeah. He does
actually like
pottery. Yeah.
Nice.
And everything.
That's so cool.
Yeah. That's a handcrafted pirate mug, you guys.
This is from a secondhand bookstore. $10.
This just magically appeared in the cupboard like 2 years ago, and I was like, "Ooh, this is pretty." No idea where it came from. I have no idea.
When I was still at my mom and dad's house, that would always happen. Like, I'd open the cabinet, there'd be like 3 new mugs, and it's like, oh, more options.
Yes. Yeah, and I love mugs. Mugs are the best. Like, if you ever want to make me happy, just buy me a mug.
Same. I love mugs.
Yes. It's a problem.
It is. My husband will attest to that. It is very much a problem because we have no more room, and I keep buying mugs. He just told me no more mugs. Will I listen to that? We shall see.
You are. I was gonna say, that in the background, I'm vlogging this weekend, so.
Oh, hello, vlog.
Ahoy.
So you caught all of that nonsense on camera.
Oh, okay, so I did not, only because I have to charge it. So I turned it off and I'm gonna like set it to charge. But I was like, oh, these bits and pieces, like I'll just like pull from like YouTube later. So I'll still get shots, but I still want to like show us, typing and doing all that. But I'm gonna charge it for like 30 minutes and then bring it back out.
Hey, I am all for it. Anything to catch us in our weird pirate getup.
Right? I know, and I really want to get this one because we're all fun.
Because we be dressed like the pirates.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
No matter many times I try this. It just gets worse and worse with every attempt.
By the end, we'll have it. We'll all have it by the
Yeah,
end.
by the time this stream ends, we'll all be masters of the pirate voice.
Exactly.
All right. So I am wondering, are you guys down for doing our first sprint?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the fun thing that's going to happen today. Because it is Talk Like a Pirate Day, and we're not talking like pirates. Well, we're trying to at least. I have a list of times that are years, important years in pirate history. So I thought that our first sprint will be 1557, which was when Queen Elizabeth I started recruiting privateers to fight against the Spanish, which was kind of the start of the whole piracy thing. So I thought that would be a fun place to start, and then we'll just go from there. Does that sound good to y'all?
Yes, I love that.
I had this all planned out. It's really bad.
Really nice.
I love it.
So we'll bring that up. 15.
Oh, look at you.
I know. I'm like, it's almost like I am organized for once in my life.
Right. So professional.
Wow. I can't take myself seriously. I'm so sorry.
That was the funny. Okay, now that's going in the vlog because that was so funny.
Sure. Oh, thank you, Alice. I like to think so. All right, me hearties, we be casting off now. Happy spreading, everybody. Hooray!
Yay!
Oh, hold on a second. That's not fair. Let's get you guys back to
All about me now. Goodbye.
Fun twist, it's the All About Maddie show.
Sorry, I'm just so used to going over and clicking that button. I was like on autopilot. I was like, wait a minute, there are 2 other people here with me today.
We're just back there. Hearty.
Oh no. Oh, there we go. Autumn, you kept freezing and unfreezing.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Do I need to refresh?
I will leave that up to you.
I was gonna say, if my hands move, are we good?
Test the hands. So how did you all do on our first adventurous privateers commissioned by the Queen?
So I posted something on Instagram. I reviewed my schedule that I have for this weekend. I am charging my cute little whatchamacallit over there in the corner. And I think that's everything I did. Oh, and I texted my mom.
How did you do, Helene?
Oh, so I was boring again for the first part because I had to do some school. I had started a test yesterday, but there's this one question. It was about philosophy, and I was like, "Oh heck no, not today." So I came back to that one, and because it was comparing and contrasting the different types of like pre-Socratic and sophist philosophers from the Hellenistic period, and I was just like, no. So I finally did that. That took like a huge portion of my time because it was one of those things where like, if I get this right, I'll get an A. If I don't get it right, I'm gonna get a B. And so I was like holding my breath, like, okay. I did get it right. Spoiler alert. And then I have 4 minutes to spare, so I wrote like a paragraph on Project Goldwings.
Hey, it's all good. Oh man, school stuff is scary. I'm like taking a break from it, and I'll work on it either later today or tomorrow. But I'm just like, not right now.
It's raining time.
Yeah. So I'm actually almost done with draft 2 of Pomegranate Steps. I think I'm on my second to last chapter of draft 2. And I don't know what I'm going to do after it because I'm like going to be in like a show hole, or I guess a book hole, I guess technically. So yeah, I'm like drawing it out as long as possible because I don't have a plan for what to do when I'm done.
That's exciting.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
that's just my reaction. Is, So that, and I'm trying to investigate this person who's asking me if I want to be in a music video because I don't know them. I was like, let me see who you are first, and if I can find like real information about you first.
Right. That's sketchy.
Yeah, I mean they're in the area, and they seem, at least from like their like the Facebook page, they seem like a nice young woman. So
You know who it is, Maddie?
is my FBI agent?
Yeah. He's gonna get you. He's like, I know exactly what to do. You want to be in
This is what we do.
girl? Meet you in this dark alley around the corner.
My FBI agent is finally had enough. He's like, we just got to get rid of her. I can't work with this person anymore.
Oh my goodness.
Right. At least let her finish draft 2, man.
I've had enough with the martinis. I've had enough with the.
Oh my goodness.
That is so great. I feel bad
love
for
my FBI agent. I hope they love me. What?
I was gonna say, I feel bad for anybody that doesn't get our joke though.
We have, because you know how we have the running gag with, you know, how people have the FBI agents in their cameras supposedly. So we always talk about, as writers, we have the shadiest search histories. So our FBI agents are probably just so concerned for us. So that's where this is coming from. For reference, for any of you guys who don't, you aren't in the loop of our joke. That's our running gag.
Thank you, Helene.
I cannot wait for my FBI agent to go through my search history because of what happened the other night. So I have like my search history has been like serial killers and like pirate stuff and mythology stuff, and it's been all this like weird mix. So you have like pirates, serial killers, sniper attacks, and then it's just do birds fart. And I just want my FBI agent to be going through, like, what happened? She's had a psychological breakdown. Oh my goodness. Fact, they do not. Well, Mr. Cotton's parrot. Don't give him rice.
What does he have to say about that?
What is he? Winning me sales.
I'm sorry
Hi, Lauren.
with that, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Hello. I don't think Lauren has ever been on my channel before, so hello and welcome.
Yay.
Need a coffee. Yes, don't we all? It is the fuel that keeps us going and keeps us loopy.
Me hearties.
Me hearties. Arr. Needing that Irish coffee. Alice got 630 words. Very nice. Love it, love it, love it. And most of my schoolwork last night only have one thing. See, that's the way to do things, is where you just knock it all out. I'm such an expert at procrastinating that like nothing gets done until like 2 minutes before it's due. So actually that thing that I uploaded on Instagram the other day, the musical joke for Hamilton, that was 100% accurate. I had an assignment due that day at like 4:30, and I didn't get it until like 4:20 or something.
I'm the opposite of that, where I will try, like, as soon as the assignment is posted, I will knock it out so that I don't have any stress. But my teacher for this one class that I have, our beginning of the week starts Wednesday. So all of our assignments are due Tuesdays, but he won't unlock the unit until Friday. And I'm like, I'm not about to do the majority of my schoolwork over the weekend.
That's so weird.
I know. So I'm like, okay, I'll do the reading and I'll watch the videos. Like, I'm okay, fine. That's fine. But I'm not going to do the tests and assignments over the weekend. So in that case, Mondays and Tuesdays, I'm usually like, but I'm just like, I refuse to do it over the weekend. I'm sorry.
Why wouldn't he unlock it on like Wednesday night after class, or even just on like Thursday? Like, why Friday?
I think he might be trying to give us a break. Like, I like the teacher. He's super chill and everything. But he also does a lot of different online classes, and he also does some on campus. So it might just be that he's kind of juggling them all. But
that is weird.
Yeah.
I don't think I would like that very much.
No, I don't.
I mean, I already have trouble with my professors now, just because it's like, well, like half of them don't know how the technology works, and then the other half, we don't have like actual in class or like I don't want to say in person, but like in Zoom classes. It's just like every couple of weeks we have like a video class, and then this one guy is like completely online, and we don't have any video class at all, and it's just like.
I never had that problem with my professors. Like, they would, with Helene, like, they would just, if I ever took like an online class, they would open all the modules at the very beginning. They're like, hey, yay, have fun. We'll see you later. And then like, so I would do as much as I could, like in like the first like 2 weeks. So like, I didn't have to worry about doing, what was it? I can't even remember the class, but it was some nonsense class. That was some core class that everybody had to take. And I was like, I'm just doing it all now because I ain't about that life, and I've got other things I have to do.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Basically. Ain't nobody got time for that.
For that.
Right.
Lauren is happy to find us and give Autumn the credit. Well, Autumn, you get credit. Yay, Autumn. Thank you.
Extra credit.
Extra credit for Autumn.
You hear that, buddy?
Mr. Cotton's parrot, what do you think?
Did you hear that, darling?
You're a very refined pirate, I see.
Very posh for a pirate on the high seas.
I try. I even sip with my pinky up.
Out, pinky out.
My mother was a landlubber and my father was a pirate, so.
Oh.
My first thought when you said my mother was, I immediately filled it in with the Monty Python line where it's like, your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
Oh
my god.
This is turning into a Monty Python.
Y'all are too much.
Thank you. Alice says, I used to be a procrastinator, reviewed an entire course in 2 days before a final and finished an entire course week in 2 weeks because I procrastinate. Trying this new way, 2 weeks, no procrastination. See, that's a good idea, Alice. You are my, what's the word I'm looking for?
Spirit inspiration.
You are my role model, Alice. That's what I'm looking for. Because I am so bad about the whole procrastination thing. Like, it's really bad. It's so bad. And I keep thinking I'm on top of everything, and I'm like, oh, I got it all in on time. And then I'll sit down, and I'm like, wait, no, I forgot something.
Same.
It's the worst. I mean, it's fun, but it's the worst. Yeah. Oh, my hat. I can't get my hat. Is it straight?
No, you just gotta really tilt it like on purpose to one side. The jaunty angle, yes. Yes, there you go. That's gonna protect you from the sun on the side of your face.
This is my cannon fire protection. It just bounces off.
You can walk by the railing of the ship. It'll just,
Yeah, it's just not nothing. It's my Kevlar pirate hat.
Arg.
I have Kevlar. I found it in the Hollywood studio set.
Fantastic. Drinks all around.
I really wanted to say that at my friend's wedding. She got married a couple weeks ago, and she was saying something about like how she's like, all I want to do for my wedding, I just want to get married, and then we're gonna have drinks, and it's gonna be great. And then in my mind, I'm like, I love weddings, drinks all around. But I was like, I don't think anyone else here is really gonna get that, so I'm just gonna like keep my references to this.
But I love that you had to share that with us because she knew like we were gonna be on it.
I was that you guys are like, I can't see a Pirates of the Caribbean quote without you guys calling me out for it, so I don't get away with nothing.
You sure don't.
Nicole is here. Hi, Nicole. You know what I keep forgetting? I keep forgetting to use my little ticker. I hate that word. I really do. They call it a ticker, but it sounds wrong to me. But but like the little like things where it's like first sprint, you know,
roll wheel.
I don't like they call it a ticker, and I'm just like, I said it in my last sprint, and the way that I phrased it, it sounded wrong. Like, no. Do I want some Japanese reading? Of course I want some Japanese reading. My husband bought a new fishing pole and it came from Japan, so like everything is in Japanese. So
cool.
I have reading materials, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I have me some reading material.
I love it.
So are you guys down for another sprint?
Oh yeah.
Let's do that.
So I have two options for this next sprint, and I'm wondering because the times technically would be very close to each other. So we can either do 1623, which was when the Caribbean started becoming a hot spot for pirates, or we could do 1718, which was when Blackbeard was killed.
Ooh. I kind of like the 1718 one.
The 1718?
I kind of like that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
1718 it is then. Apparently it was like one hell of a battle too. Like dude was like shot and stabbed like however many times, and he was still like going like a madman. It's like the guy who like ate the salt and then started going crazy, and they like, you guys remember that story?
I feel like I've heard it before.
It was weird, but it was basically like this guy ate something weird, and it did something to his brain, and it like drove him crazy, and I think he killed someone else, but then the police came to like kill him or whatever, and like no matter how many times they shot him, like this dude would like not die because he was just so like off his rocker with whatever the heck he ate. Yeah, that's kind of like, it was like Blackbeard. Blackbeard was just off his rocker to the point where he was like, bullets and swords are nothing to me.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of Boromir when he keeps getting shot with like all the arrows and he doesn't die.
Yeah, Blackbeard's death being a little bit more humorous than Boromir's. Like Boromir's is like, oh my heart. Like Blackbeard, I just feel like, I am just like,
oh my gosh,
hacking and slashing. Like nobody can kill me.
And they're like, oh my goodness, just die, please.
Die already.
You're kidding me.
Nicole says we need a boat.
Yes,
we do.
We do.
True.
We need the fastest ship in the Caribbean.
This is true.
Which is a ship with black sails that's crewed by the damned and captained by a man so evil that hell itself spat him back out.
Yo ho!
I know like all the lines to that movie, y'all. I was not kidding.
That's so funny.
All right. So here we have having 1718, which was the year in which Edward Teach met his fate at the hands of somebody. I actually forgot who killed him, finally. After however many hours. What?
I said, but he went out with a bang.
He went out with a bang, dude.
Several bangs.
Many bangs took him out.
And pokes.
And pokes. And eventually just one good
Oh. Poor Blackbeard. May his soul rest in peace.
Hey, I mean, how else is a pirate gonna go out? Let's be real here.
It's the only way, honestly.
The only way, getting captured and hung?
It's garbage. I spent my whole life on the high seas, terrorizing, and I'm gonna get taken out by
I'm gonna be taken out by a rope? No.
I'm sure he loved getting taken out that way, though.
Oh, that's probably why he kept going. He was like, this is great. So in honor of here be Blackbeard, shall we sprint?
We shall sprint.
We shall sprint. Arg. Let's go. Sprinting.
You're so muted.
There we go. Hey, you don't know the dance song?
That was so funny.
I thought I hit the button. Gosh, I'm so bad at this.
She was over there dancing, and I'm like, look at her. She's in her own little world. She's loving life.
I was dancing along to the beeping because I thought I had unmuted it, so I was dancing along with it.
That's awesome.
So how did you all do?
So I refilled my coffee. I talked to my mom for a second, and I did some September planning for like the rest of the month. Mm-hmm. And then I am thinking about planning October.
Always good to plan in October. Preptober.
Yes, I know.
We're getting there.
Oh, we are. It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy. What about you, Helene? How did you do?
I got 237 words. And most of that was me resisting the urge because my main character is packing right now. And I'm like, okay, Helene, do you need to talk about every single thing she's packing? No, you do not. I know you want to, but do you need to? No. Do readers want to read about what she's packing? No. Resist the urge. So it probably would have been more words than that, but I had to like stop myself several times in backspace. Be like, no, this doesn't need to be.
Save that for NaNoWriMo when you need to hit that.
It's more than 2 pages of just, and then she packed 3 pounds of flour, a cube of lard.
Yeah. Just keep listing it and listing it. It'll just be the whole chapter, and you'll be. NaNoWriMo won't ever know.
Secret's safe with us.
Yeah.
And our FBI agent.
And our FBI agent. All 3 of them.
Yes.
So I am still chugging my way through this chapter. I don't want to give like anything away, but it is kind of a sweet little chapter, nice little wrap up ish, I think. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's cute. I love these 2. I love writing these 2. They're so cute. Like, I don't normally write characters who are cute, but I'm like, oh.
My main characters in this book, because usually, I write dark, morally gray characters, and these 2, they're probably my favorite dynamic to write. Mm-hmm. And it's a romance, and usually I don't write like romance. It's a subplot, which is nice. But instead of the typical enemies to lovers, it's a rivals to lovers. And that is so much fun to write because it's literally like they don't hate each other. They kind of low-key respect each other because they're like, they keep trying to one-up each other and kind of have that, their royalty. So they have a very like polite banter, polite snark. And that's just so fun to write.
That is fun. I do really like stories where it's like enemies to lovers or rivals to lovers because I feel like there's more like, I don't know. I just feel like the character interactions are more interesting to watch, Mm-hmm. Like watching, I think that's probably why I hate watching rom-coms is because I'm like, these people's personalities are so lame. Like, no wonder they're falling for each other.
Right?
but in like enemies to lovers or rivals to lovers stories, it's like they're just so different that it's cool to see how they then develop these like other feelings. I just hit my hat and I don't realize how far out it goes, and I talk with my hands, so I keep hitting my damn hat.
One of these days, just gonna fly off and just go out of frame.
Fraud.
She's not a real pirate.
Arg, I knew it.
I went Irish there again.
Heel Howler.
Oh, I'm not a real pirate, don't you know?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Pirates Marathon. Yeah, I don't even think we ever finished the first movie.
Pirates. Oh my god. We never have.
We never finished the first one. I think we kept getting like halfway through and then it was like, yeah.
Like, oh, ooh, this, that. Y'all.
Hi, Yaza. Yaza's here.
Yaza knows. He gets it.
Yep, Yaza knows. 7, 8 breakfasts.
Oh.
Always good. And the most important meal of the day. Actually, if you go to Japan and have like a real Japanese breakfast, it is like a 3-course meal pretty much.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How many people?
Real breakfasts in Japan they're very important. And so you have like soup and rice and like grilled fish and like it's like a full meal. It's like dinner for breakfast. It's amazing.
Ooh.
So good.
So good.
It's really interesting that like in the US, like our biggest meal is supper. And it's like that's when you're supposed to eat the less. Like not as much.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to eat more at breakfast because it's kind of supposed to help carry you through the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Us Americans were like, give me all the food at night and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Give me all the food.
Yeah.
That is kind of true though. And we also, it's weird too, because it's like everybody eats dinner at like different times in like the world. Like I know in Germany, they eat it at like 7 or 8 o'clock. And I think that might be true for most of Europe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then here, normal like supper time is like 5, 6 o'clock, you know, anything after 6 is considered late.
Yeah.
For food. And I'm like, any meal is a meal. I don't care what time it is. I will eat it all.
And still be hungry.
Yeah, and still be hungry. Oh my gosh, it's so terrible. Like it is so true. Like my metabolism is so annoying. Like I will eat and literally like 20 minutes later, I will feel like I haven't eaten anything all day. And it's like, what is wrong with you? You just ate chicken and dumplings from Cracker Barrel. You should be full. Why are you not?
It's so funny because I am this like the complete opposite. So like a perfect example. So I went to Cookout yesterday and I got like the 3 chicken fingers, like a quesadilla and a wrap. I have half a wrap and I still have the whole quesadilla still in there because I was like, but it took me 2 meals to eat the 3 chicken fingers and then the other half of the wrap because I'm like, I can't eat that much. And like,
you are the female version of my husband. You are 100% his female doppelganger. Like it is every time you say something or every time I see something in one of your videos, I'm like, he does the exact same thing. What the heck is going on?
Like I can't, and it's like every time we go out to eat, and I'm like, go ahead and bring the to-go box because I'm gonna eat about like 25% of this and be full.
Yeah, I'm so bad. I'm like, Steven jokes about this. He still likes taking me out to dinner, but he will joke about that I am like the worst person to go out to eat with because I will sit there and I will shovel. I will just shovel food. I eat like there is no tomorrow. I get hungry, and when I'm hungry, I scarf everything down. And it's funny because I have this picture from probably when I was about like 1.5, 2 years old, and I'm sitting in my high chair and I had just finished dinner. And you can tell that I had just finished dinner because I had spaghetti sauce all over my face. I had noodles all over my hands and somehow in my hair. And I'm sitting there with a big smile on my face and my bowl is turned upside down on the tray. And if you look at that picture and then take me out to dinner and watch me eat now, there is no difference. There's still like there are so many meals where I'm just like I'll be like looking in the mirror afterwards and I'm like, how did I get food in my hair? Like how did I get like all this stuff on my chin? And I'm such a messy eater. It's so bad.
Well, okay, and it's like, you know those salad things that you can buy? It's already like the pre-made salad, and then you can like dump it out, and it says like 1.5 or like 2 servings. It usually lasts me a whole week because I'm like, I can't eat that much. Like, it's like the craziest thing. I don't know what it is, but it also depends. So I guess I should say that it also depends what time of the month it is, because then sometimes I feel like I'm natty when I'm like, give me all the chocolate, like give me all the ice cream, but then it's like when it's normal, I just like I can never finish a meal ever. It's so crazy. So my portions are like this big.
I always can, and then I go back for seconds and sometimes thirds, depending on what it is. And and this is just a thing that it's always been like this. Like ever since I was a kid, like my mom would always have to make extra food, especially when she was making anything with noodles or anything with rice. She would always make extra because she knew I'd be going back for like seconds and thirds, and I'd still be eating after everybody else.
Oh my god!
I love food. It's so weird. Like I love food, and I think the reason I love food is because I need so much of it in order to feel like I've eaten something.
Okay, Maddie, you remind me of my sister. She has the fastest metabolism. She is the skinniest person, but oh my goodness. So she has, I want to say, a good like 8 meals a day, to the point like her philosophy is, if I can finish it, it's a snack. If I can't finish it, it's a meal.
Yes.
So she'll have like giant bowls of rice and like stir fry rice, chicken. She's like, oh, this is just a little snack before lunch. And I'm like, what? And then she'll have lunch and she'll have a giant bowl of soup, and then she'll make, and when she like serving sizes for her is like technically 2 or 3 serving sizes for like normal people. She doesn't know how to make a single serving. She'll make a giant bowl, eat it all, and then be back like an hour later for more rice or noodles.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh,
That's what happens every time I cook dinner. I'm always like, this might be a lot, but I'm going to eat all of it. So let's just make everything. And so it's like, Steven's kind of like, oh, we should do like the portion sizes. And I'm like, I've tried that, but it is like a snack to me, because it's like, we'll have dinner and it'll be like a small plate of food. And I'm like, okay, that was good. Where's the rest of it?
Where's the rest of it? That was a nice
Where's the rest of it? And then there are no leftovers. And it's like, where's the food? So I always make like a lot, like dishes that are kind of like going to have leftovers, because I'm like, I'm gonna be hungry later. I'm gonna need to get at this again.
That's so crazy. Okay, so so you have like bowls, but then sometimes like when you go out to restaurants and like the bowls sit on like a smaller little bowl or a plate.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what I eat for supper, like, or like any meal. So like my family's, grabbing the normal sized plates like a normal person, and I'm over here grabbing the little plate because I can't eat that much. I don't know what. And then I've tried to eat more, but I'm like, I am full, and you're never supposed to like continue eating when you when you feel full. Well, I think technically you're supposed to stop.
Are you not?
Wait, do what?
Are you not supposed to keep eating once you feel full?
I don't think so, because I think they say that's how like you gain weight. Like if you're full and you have that full feeling and you're like, I'm just gonna keep eating. I think, also you'll make yourself sick because you're so full. But I'm like, I think I've only had like that full feeling after like a Thanksgiving meal. But like, I don't know what it is. It's like 3 pieces of broccoli, and I'm like, hey, I'm good for the next 12 hours.
That's like so embarrassing, because I still eat even after I'm full. Like I'll just sit there and be like, I'm just eating for sport at this point. Like it's like there's this really neat old diner just down the road from our apartment. It's been there since like the 1940s. It's really cool, and it's still operational and everything. And they have this barbecue it's a barbecue bacon burger, like a barbecue bacon cheeseburger. It's like America on a plate. It's beautiful. And so it's like pulled barbecue pork, and then you've got like this giant patty, and then you got the cheese, and then you got the bacon. I ate that whole darn thing in one sitting, proceeded to eat all the fries on my plate, had a couple bites of my mom's food, and then had a couple bites of Steven's food.
That is wild.
So yeah, I really can't.
But but that makes so much sense when I was like, just saying like you're not supposed to eat after you're full, and both of y'all looked at me like, wait, you're not? Because I was like, maybe I didn't say that right. That was why I think I said it again, because I was like, they're giving me a weird look. But I guess it's a foreign concept for them. The first they're hearing of this.
Yeah. Nicole says that we are cute. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Tip my bandana. Thank you.
I pop my hat off in your honor. Oh.
We always have fun when we're together, Nicole.
We really do.
The three of us, we have the time of our lives.
We are, when Professor McGonagall looks off screen and says, why is there always trouble? It's always you three. We are those three.
Right. I love it.
Alice got 621 words. My favorite line is, you don't know me. Every decision I have was that of a coward. It just happened to be what the people wanted, a fearful retreat straight into a battleground. Oh, that sounds cool. My mind went to like Old West. I don't think you're going for Old West, but that's where my mind went with that. But that sounds like something like somebody in a cowboy hat would say. Maybe like Denzel Washington in The Magnificent Seven. Who would say that? That's a good movie, by the way. If you guys haven't seen that, I highly recommend it. It's very fun. If you have seen Seven Samurai, watch The Magnificent Seven.
I think I actually have seen that. Long
Seven
time
Samurai?
ago. No, Magnificent Seven.
Oh, The Magnificent Seven, yeah. The Seven Samurai is a Japanese film. It's by Akira Kurosawa. It's really good. And then The Magnificent Seven from 1960 was a remake, like an American remake of Seven Samurai.
Oh.
And then there was a remake of the remake that came out, I think, in 2016.
Oh, I might have seen the 2016
Very good.
one.
Yeah, that one. That's the one with Denzel Washington. It's really good.
Cool.
Very fun. I love it. Nicole, I have someone hungry. Yes, someone is always hungry. And if my husband was here, he would attest to that. But he went shopping. So
For food.
I didn't ask him to bring me any food. Surprisingly, I did ask him to bring me a ginger ale. But
Oh my gosh.
Alice says, I don't feel hungry, which causes a problem because I will forget to eat. That happens to me sometimes. Like if I'm in periods of like really like stressful situations, then it affects how I eat. But if everything's like fine and whatnot, like I'll eat forever.
And I feel like for me, it kind of, with my job where I work like long shifts and I work in an area where it's like I can't like have a snack with me, or I can't eat, like I have to like actually leave to like go eat in like the break room. So like to me it's just like a hassle, and I'm like, I don't really need it. If I can just drink water, if I can sit for 5 minutes and drink water, I am totally fine. As long as I'm hydrated, I'm totally fine.
Yeah, I never liked that.
Which is really funny because my brother just came in here and gave me a chicken biscuit.
You guys do a chicken biscuit? There is like no place here, which is surprising. I don't think KFC has chicken biscuits, which is weird. Oh, it's from Chick-fil-A. They have chicken biscuits?
Yes.
I've been looking everywhere for a chicken biscuit, and Popeyes doesn't have them. KFC doesn't have them. I think Wendy's has them, but now that I know Chick-fil-A has one, I guess I'm going to have to go to Chick-fil-A.
Yes, I love Chick-fil-A's. Their little breakfast burritos.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the number 4 on the menu because I usually don't get this because I don't like the biscuity taste. Sometimes it's like overdone, but I love the wrap because I get more of like the chicken and the eggs and all of that fun stuff versus like just like a tiny piece of chicken between a biscuit.
I mean, that's enough for me. I love it. I really do. No, you're fine. I love chicken. Honey butter chicken biscuit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Eat small portions compared to my family. I don't. My family eats small portions compared to me.
I'm with Nicole.
Lauren is always hungry late at night, but you're not supposed to eat before bed. Yeah, I've heard that too, is that you're not supposed to eat right before you go to sleep.
Yes.
But I always wake up starving in the morning, so I always try and eat a little something, not much.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Please.
I'm sorry, Nicole.
Now that I know they have chicken biscuits, I'm going to have to go.
Oh yeah, it's a number 1. But if you like, I know you said that you're craving a chicken biscuit, but whenever you have your chicken biscuit and that craving is over and done with, you have got to try the burrito because it comes in a bowl or a burrito. I've never had it in the bowl because I kind of like the burrito taste.
Why is it still called a burrito if it's in a bowl? Like, isn't the whole point of a burrito is that it's in a tortilla and then it's like so
Burrito bowl?
At that point, it's not a burrito because it's just the insides of a burrito that has been ripped open and displayed for you to devour.
Burrito doesn't want to call it that in their menu. It's like the burrito or the burrito that has been ripped open and the insides poured into a bowl. Very good.
I would love that. Oh, I would say that just to see what their reactions were at the cash register. It's like, it's just like, so why do you rip the burrito open and dump its insides into a bowl?
Like we have a whole container of its insides that we then ladle into the bowl. It's already ripped open.
I mean, unless it comes with fava beans and a nice Chianti, I don't think I really want it.
The worker would be like, ma'am, I make $8 an hour and I could really care less about your question right now. Do you want the burrito or the bowl?
I just imagine our FBI agent is just, will only take burrito bowl with fava beans and nice Chianti.
He's going to try a different tactic. Be like, dang, okay, so the music video didn't work. Okay, now I'm going to pretend to be someone that works at Chick-fil-A. They're going to be giving biscuits out on the side of the road. And you're going to be like,
There's just like a guy with like a sign that says free chicken biscuit. And I'll be like, woo, we just pulled a
I'll take 50 of them.
And he's just like, God, I didn't think it would be this easy.
Right. Well, and she does eat a lot. So I could just have like 100 of them out there and just be like, you know what, just have all of them. And Maddie would be like, score.
Just a trail of chicken biscuits on the road.
Just like Hansel and Gretel and just leave a trail of chicken biscuits.
Oh my gosh.
What happened to this conversation? How did we even get on this topic?
I never know where our conversations are going to end.
Follow the trail of chicken biscuits. I want Chick-fil-A now too for once in my life.
I won't eat it in front of y'all. I'll stop my camera.
I get that. My dad did the same thing.
That's smart.
With a calorie tracker, yeah. Mm-hmm. There were no honey butter chicken biscuits for him during that point in time. So are you guys? Well, no, we've established. Now we know how Maddie's going to disappear. Would you all like to do another sprint?
I would, yes.
I would like to do another sprint.
I would like to be doing another sprint here.
Maddie, I'm still laughing at you when we started I'm laughing at you for everything that's happened in the last hour and 21 minutes.
Adam's just always laughing at me.
With love. But when we were starting our first sprint, you said, all right, we be casting off now.
I've been casting off now. For 18 minutes and
I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, I need to stop my camera.
I'll say that. I'll say that again this sprint. All right. So here's our next two options. Oh. So our first option is 1720, which was the capture of Calico Jack, Anne Bonny, and Mary Read. Or 1807, and this is a fact I learned like this morning. 1807 is when female Chinese pirate captain Qing Shi united 800 ships and roughly 80 to 150,000 men under her control.
Qing Shi, my gosh, awesome! I love her.
So we've got badass women in both of these. We've got Anne Bonny and Mary Read. You know, if you had fought like a man, you wouldn't have been hung like a dog, because that is my girl. And then we've also got Qing Shi, who is like, yo, we all need to come together and do this. You have no say in it. Unite them ships. So three technically very badass women here. The question is, which one are we going with?
Oh, I'm kind of with Helene. I really like, I can't pronounce her name, but our Chinese friend.
Our female pirate?
Yes.
Our female pirate captain, I should say.
Yes.
All
I
right.
would be down for that one.
So we will do 1807. Oh, if I can get this thing working. That's always the key, right? To get things working.
Yes.
So we have 1807, which was, let's see if I can do this on the pirate voice. We have it at 1807. You know what? Forget it. I'm just going to go Irish for this one. I'm an Irish pirate now. So we're going to go 1807, which was when Chinese pirate captain Qing Shi united 800 ships under her command. There we go. That's it.
She was a true one. She was.
That was awesome.
That's the best I can do. I'm sorry.
You killed it, in my opinion.
Yay. All right. Oh, we be casting off now for 18 minutes and 7 seconds.
Yeah.
What is, how do you say it? Oh, raise anchor. Raise anchor. Here we go. Here we go. I unmuted myself that time. Be proud of me.
Very, very proud.
Oh, so how did everybody do?
Let me go count up my words.
I finished planning out everything for September and then the first weekend in October. But that's like not too bad for the first weekend in October because I have off of work that Friday to that Friday to that Monday. Sorry, I'm looking at my schedule now. And I think like we're gonna go on vacation that weekend because we always try to do at least one weekend getaway a month or maybe every other month. Yeah, so just like to have time with ourselves because it's a crazy it's a crazy life. So we always try to take
It's a mad, mad world. No, I totally agree with you on that. So Stephen and I try and do the same just because it's like, we don't want to be stuck here forever.
I mean, there's a whole world out there to see, and our little small town isn't the only thing that's out there. So we like to see other things and go to other states. So that weekend, it was easy to plan that weekend because I was like, oh, I'm not going to be doing anything writing related because I probably won't be here.
Yeah. It'll be fun though. Helene, you look confused. What's going on, sweetie?
Like, whoa, okay, so my laptop's doing this really weird thing. This random app popped up that I did not download, and then it just made my Safari icon disappear. My whole Google Docs went away, and then the Safari icon came back, but now there's two of them.
Did you like
on the dashboard
do
plus
like an
that
update
app?
or something, and it's an Apple thing they've added?
No. I'm trying to force quit Safari.
That is weird.
That was weird.
I don't even think I
Probably
have
got that
Safari
now.
on my computer anymore. I think I deleted it because I just use Chrome.
I don't know what's happening. Anyway, continue.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
You're good.
So, I'm halfway through a revelation moment.
Oh yeah.
So I'm trying to think. I've got this moment, and then I have one more like itty bitty confrontation thing that's gonna happen, and then happily ever after the end. Goodbye. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know if confrontation's probably happening in this chapter. We'll see. I'm not sure. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not actually sure how this is all gonna go, but we'll find out. It'll be good. Maybe. One can only hope.
Arg. One can be hopeful.
Take what you can. Give nothing back.
Ours left for me.
Clink.
Oh, yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. My coffee's cold, so I don't want to drink it right now.
I know. That's why I didn't either. I was like,
I like drank the last twig and I was like,
it's too cold. It's that weird lukewarm. Like I could do iced coffee, but it's like that weird lukewarm, and it's like not normal, and you're like,
Coffee that was supposed to be hot that is cold, I will not drink. But coffee that was always meant to be cold, I will drink.
Yes. All day long. And Helene actually was the one that got me back into the iced coffee. I hadn't drank it for like the longest time. And then, because I know, Helene, you usually like iced because you're like, warm things make me sleepy. But I've been trying the iced coffee and I love it.
It sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole's saying stream on Tuesdays at 30 p.m. next week. If any of you would like to join us on Tuesday.
ooh.
Oh, that's so nice.
I actually think I'm going to be in class at that point in time, unfortunately, because my school is a commuter's school, and so they decide that we all need evening and night classes.
Of course.
3 p.m. Eastern, clarified by Lauren.
Ooh.
We need yes, we do need a pirate themed timer.
We do.
You have the parrot squawking for the beeping sound.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Dead men tell no tales.
Well, I'll try to see if I'm able to make it to that live stream. I'll have to double check my schedule.
Yeah.
I might
Same.
be able to.
Well, because I know that's my 10K day, but I won't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But from 12 to 5, like, I'm not, like, sprinting, but I
Right.
was going to do other things. So I don't know if what other personal things I have planned will be done by 3.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you so much, Nicole, for offering. That's very sweet of you.
It is. And Alice got 100, or sorry, God, I can't read, 820 words.
Oh
Which
my
is
God.
really freaking impressive, Alice. Like, holy moly. Alice, are you still doing your 100 faces, or is that challenge over? Because she was doing, I think it was either like August or maybe it was this month when she mentioned it, but she was saying that she draws like 100 faces in like a month. And so I thought that was really cool.
That is cool.
So impressive.
I wish I could draw.
I cannot draw. It's little stick figures.
Yes, if it's stick figures, I got you.
That's art.
Yeah. No, I love, those stick figure families that they put on like the back of cars where it's like mom, dad, like 3 kids and a dog or whatever. So there's a car in my parking lot, actually. I think it's one of my neighbor's cars. And it has a pig, so it's got like the stick figure thing, but it has a TIE fighter and an AT-AT blowing them up. And it says the Empire doesn't care about your stick figure family.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That's the funniest sticker I've ever seen. I need that on my car.
It's beautiful.
That's awesome.
So funny. It's so funny. I'll see if I can like sneak a picture and send it to you guys because it's really funny.
I love that. That is awesome.
It is absolutely hysterical. I love it. And then there's another one that I saw on the road, someone else's car, and it was a T-Rex was eating the stick figures. It was really funny.
I love that.
Alice says she finished it in 10 days at the end of the week. Wow, good job, Alice.
That's awesome.
Any faces we would know? Not ours per se. Hopefully not, because no one wants this ugly mug on a paper anywhere. But
You're too much, Maddie. You be
I'm trying.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I just have to think Barbosa whenever I think. What's it like? Pirate voice.
You best stop believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Well, my favorite line of his is still the, what was it, where he's like, so what it'll be, Jack Sparrow, we 2 immortals locked in an epic battle till Judgment Day and trumpets sound. Or you could just surrender.
I was going to bring in a Princess Bride reference. You wish to surrender to me? Very well, I accept.
You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you.
You seem a decent fellow. I hate to die. Okay, you could quote like the whole Pirates of the Caribbean. I could quote the entire Princess Bride in the accents, and I would on road trips as like a middle schooler, high schooler. I would sit in the back of the car and quote the entire thing on road trips. Who needs a TV? When you
I love the Princess Bride.
I love the Princess Bride so much. That's one of the few things I've seen where the movie's actually better than the book.
Yeah.
Like
I thought it was pretty similar to the book, but there are some parts in the book I'm like, yeah, I see why they cut that out.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is too is that the guy who wrote the book wrote the screenplay. So even he was like, I'm gonna get rid of these parts, and he made it better. Like he made it so better.
Yeah.
Dude, he had so much fun writing that. You can tell he just poured his heart and soul and all the fun that he possibly had in him into that book and into the movie. I haven't read the book, but into The Princess Bride. I love it. And perfect cast.
Yes.
Like-
Everything about that movie is perfect. Like,
Yes.
like the comedy in it, like the timing is perfect, the characters are perfect, the reactions are perfect. Like, just everything about that movie is excellent. Like, there's no one else who could possibly be in that movie except for that cast, and there's no other way that movie could go.
Right.
Yeah,
If they ever oh, I'm sorry, Helene, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say I saw movie commentary on it, and they made the point of it actually aged really well. Like despite the ROUSs, like that's the only thing that kind of makes it okay. This is definitely not a 2000s movie, but besides that, like it aged really well.
Right.
Yeah. No, it did. It really did. And I mean, I love that movie to pieces. I really do. Like, everybody in it is so perfect. Like, my parents, I forgot what it was, but my parents were watching, I think it's Homeland. Is that the one that, the guy who plays Inigo? I think he's in Homeland. And so I was over at their house and they had it on, and I was like, Inigo Montoya. Who killed his father in this one?
The six-fingered man might still be alive.
Yeah, right? But I absolutely, that movie is so funny. Like, I forgot, did I tell you guys that at one point there were like talks or rumors that they were going to try and remake it?
Oh, and that was what I was going to say. I was like, if they ever remake that, I'm going to be so mad. You don't fix what's not broken. Like,
So the best thing that came out of that whole rumor thing was just like reactions to it, especially from Cary Elwes. And he was like, there's a shortage of perfect films in this world. It would be a shame to ruin this one. And I was like, yes, you go. But the best one, and this was the most surprising, and whether you like him or not, you have to respect him for this. Ted Cruz got in on the action, and he said, no, why would you remake it? There is nothing better than The Princess Bride, except for a nice MLT, mutton, lettuce, and tomato. And the mutton is nice and lean, and the tomatoes are. And he like goes, oh, cool. And I was like, dude, this is like, I just like, I have no real opinion of you, but I am applauding you for getting in on this.
I think I saw that actually. Yeah.
Have fun storming the castle.
You don't do it. It'll take a miracle.
Bye-bye. I love it.
Gosh. Oh, I love that movie so much.
I feel like that's going to be on our list. Once we eventually watch and finish Pirates of the Caribbean, like, then we're going to
Pirate Roberts. We can move on to that.
Yeah, the Dread Pirate Roberts. Good night, Wesley. I'll most likely kill you in the morning.
For 3 years, he said that. Good night, Wesley. He said, well, most likely kill you in the morning.
Oh my gosh, I love that movie.
And I love Buttercup's face when he's telling her all of this. She's like, bro, like, where are the words to describe? Like, there weren't words. She was just like, eh.
Yeah, I just love like her face of like, how am I supposed to process all of this? Like, this is a lot of information you're
I'm
throwing.
not saying I built a summer home here, but the trees are actually quite lovely.
And her face, she's like, you've got to be kidding me right now.
She was so perfect in that movie too. Like,
yeah,
you totally believe that she was like the young woman in love, but you knew that the guy she was in love with was kind of an idiot.
Yeah. But he had the most beautiful eyes, though. Can we just admire the eyes, especially when he was still wearing that mask?
Cary always in like the 80s, he was a fine-looking young man. Let me tell you,
girl.
Oh, he looked good.
You know what's so funny is he's wearing his mask, and then I just forgot his name, but the big guy.
Oh, Fezzik.
Fezzik. And then when they were fighting, and he's like, why are you wearing that mask? And then he's like, oh, it's just because they're terribly comfortable. I think everyone's going to be wearing them in the future. And I'm like, no. Just not that kind of mask.
It's upside down. Just flip it over and you got it.
No holes. But he was so right, though. Like,
he was. And that's the other thing, too, is that there were so many good quotes in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many good lines.
yeah.
And it's like, especially anything that comes out of, really anyone's mouth. Now that I'm thinking about it, there's not even a specific character. It's like anybody's, like everyone says something funny in that movie.
Yes. Even, and I can't even remember what the prince's name is.
Humperdinck.
Humperdinck. Yes.
Humperdinck. Humperdinck.
That's right. Even he does and says funny things. Like when he's sitting at the desk and the guy's coming in to go tell him, and he puts his hand on the armrest, and then Humperdinck leans over, and then they're both like,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I love it too, where he's like, I have a bride to kill, a war to start. I'm swamped, and it's just like,
that whole commentary, that whole scene there, it's just.
He's so funny, and he's just like so nonchalant about it, which makes it even funnier. Like, this is just a normal Tuesday.
Well, you haven't got your health. You haven't got anything. We go down into the tree to go torture Wesley.
Or what about when the king is bringing Buttercup back to like her room, and then she's like, well, I'm thanking you for being so kind to me because I'm going to kill myself once I get in there. And he's like, won't that be nice? She kissed me. She just told you something horrible, and you're worried about the kiss on the cheek she gave you?
I love that. And then like when she finds Wesley in her room, and he's just like, gentle.
Or what about when Wesley's like screaming, obviously in the pain, and you can hear it like all throughout, and everyone's like,
what's going on? No, I love too where it's like where Inigo has to stop and have like a monologue about the scream, and then they have to go
or the Holocaust cloak. Oh, you mean this?
Oh, yes, he gave it to me. It's so nice.
Basic jug his memory. I think I jogged it a little too hard.
Father, guide my sword.
I mean, there's just so many good lines in that movie. Like, it is crazy. And, you know, Carrie Elwes was right. It's like there's a shortage of perfect movies in the world, and The Princess Bride is definitely one of them. You just should never touch again.
Right.
It happened. It's done. It is perfect. Don't mess with it.
Right. Exactly.
Disney needs to learn a thing or two from that.
You're so right.
Beauty and the Beast only had one flaw in it, and that was the timeline. And now it's got many. That's what you get.
That is awesome.
I don't think you're too late.
We've been talking for a while, so
yeah, if time permits, I think we're gonna do one more sprint. Visiting your great grandma. Aw, that's so nice.
Oh,
I miss my grandparents. They're living out west.
arg.
Arg, they be living out in the west.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Pirate.
I mean, laugh like that.
That was like a pirate captain's quarters.
oh, right. I was debating doing it in front of the white curtains that I used to shoot my videos in front of, but I was like, this looks like the cabin of a ship or something. So I gotta. And I also have my mug, my dad's mug. He has a tankard too that I was totally gonna use, but it was dirty. But I was gonna have a tankard of coffee.
That would have been so cool.
Guys, it's such a great timing for a pirate stream because 2 days ago I started a new project for just for regular Nano called Stolen by the Seas or Project Pirate. Drink up me hearties, yo ho.
Yes.
Yay. I love it. I love pirate things. Oh, so I have to ask real quick before we do our last sprint. I do have to ask. And I don't know what to call it besides box office poison, but it's not box office because it's not a movie, so it's writing. But I'm going to use the term box office poison because that's the only one I know. Are mermaids box office poison?
Huh.
That is what I want to know because I had a story idea come to me the other day, but it involves our favorite Fend friends. So I don't know, but the thing is that knowing me, it's not going to be childish. It's going to be like it's going to go down. But I don't know if it's like I don't know. I don't know where mermaids stand on the list of things that people enjoy.
I mean, I think I've definitely read a few books that have done pretty well with mermaids. And I think, too, it's one of those things where, I mean, depending on if you want it self-published or traditionally published, I think sometimes with publishing houses, my mind totally blanked there, but sometimes they're looking for something that's out of the common things that are being published, something like a standout, you know what I mean? Like something to add more variety and stuff. So I mean, I think if you have the idea, I think you should go for it.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna write it down so I don't forget it.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking about that because it's like I was thinking of like how vampires have kind of become box office poison.
Yeah.
Like, you remember a time when vampires used to be like really cool and like they were actually scary and they didn't sparkle. I miss those days. Yeah, and then all this nonsense happened, and now they're all like romantic leads and monsters.
I love mermaids and I love everything about them. But I always feel like a lot of the stories kind of about mermaids, whether they're like actually like novels or movies, is there's not like a big variety. So like everyone kind of has like the same concept of a mermaid, like versus like vampires, where they kind of do different things or there's like different lores about them. But I feel like with mermaids, everyone always kind of gets sucked into the same, oh, then they can turn into people or cast spells or sing. So it's very, I feel like it gets worn out. But I still love mermaids and I say go for it. But I feel like that's kind of like that everyone always gets sucked into the whole with like mermaids and sirens is it's like it's hard to try to be original with an idea because it's, you know,
there's less room to work with on a mermaid, I feel like.
Right.
The original like legends and folklore of mermaids is so similar. So yeah, right. I get that. I get that. So I'm trying to like figure out how like I can twist it enough to where it's like original.
Yeah.
But still kind of keep it in the spirit of being, I guess, merfolk, I should say, because I'm not specifically using just mermaids. There will be of the male variety as well.
Right.
So
and that's
folk.
And that's another thing too, is like we usually only ever hear about mermaids. Like
right.
So there's only women. Like, you know what I mean?
How do they reproduce then? If it's, I mean, unless it's like Jurassic Park and life finds a way and they can just spontaneously change their sex from female to male and then back again.
That would be original. That would be pretty crazy.
What if because Jurassic Park already did it?
I don't know, but like I love your idea, Maddie, and I say go for it. Like I don't mind that they're all the same, but I feel like it's harder for it to do well just because, you know, like it's hard to get the variety. But actually, what we just said would be kind of cool. Or if they lay eggs, if they lay eggs and kelp. I mean, like
hundreds.
I don't know, because I don't even know where the idea came from, but I was just toying around with it, and I was like, this could actually be a really interesting story, but I'm like, I don't know what like the thoughts on mermaids are, because I love mermaids, but I don't, or merfolk, I guess, but some people are like, oh, mermaids. Ooh.
I love mermaids.
Oh, Shelby's here. Hi, Shelby. She says mermaids are having a little comeback recently. That would be pretty cool if they were.
I think so.
Bella says, of course not. I love all things mermaids, sirens. I've read many great stories with them. The only bad thing I've seen with mermaids was that garbage fire that was the fourth part of
Oh my gosh.
Yes. I 100% agree with you, my friend.
That was awful.
What was the point of her? I
just loved the song that she was singing.
I do like the song. That was.
I love that. Yeah. But that's it.
I like that they brought like the mermaids and sirens into Pirates of the Caribbean, because Pirates of the Caribbean usually does a really good job with mixing like pirate folklore into their story. And so I was kind of happy to finally see mermaids as part of it, because, you know, that's always part of every folklore when it comes to pirates. But then they capture one and I'm like, why do you need her Why is she here? Hello? What?
Yeah. And they're like carrying her around in like the tank, and I'm like, this is so unnecessary.
I'm like, you really need to carry her this far? Like, she doesn't need to be everywhere.
Right. Like, just get her tier and call it a day. Like, that's all you need.
Be really curious if there are any books with mermaids, but they were opposite.
Oh my gosh.
That would be so creepy.
Very horrifying.
There's actually a lot. There's an episode of Futurama. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Futurama, but there's an episode where they find the lost city of Atlanta, and it's like because it's like a 1,000 years in the future. So Atlanta's underground, and all the people from Atlanta have become mermaids or merfolk or whatever. So they're all like these Southern talking mermaids and everything, and it's really funny. and the main character like ends up dating one of the mermaids, and at one point he's just running away. He's like, why couldn't she be a mermaid the other way around, with the fish top on part and the woman parts on the bottom?
Oh my god.
I was like, that's a horrifying image that I didn't see it.
I could see that happening, like if they were opposite with the fish head and like the human body, if like they did something that was against like their mermaid tradition and they got cursed, and so that was like their punishment.
I think for the sake of the viewers that they don't have that because of things that normally reside below the waist. So I think that's how they keep their G rating in most things. They just don't show that part.
Yes.
I mean, Disney put it all in shadows, and so there you go. I mean, to their credit, they did give her a bra.
Yeah.
Most mermaids are not that modest.
No decent.
My phone jumped ship. My phone abandoned ship. All right. Well, do we have time for one more sprint, or
I'm good with one more.
you go with one more? You guys are good, and then we'll just do like a little wrap up, and then we'll be done.
Perfect.
So the 2 times that we didn't use, I'm going to go back to those because they're slightly shorter. So we have, again, 1623, which was when, again, the Caribbean became a hotspot for pirates. And then we have 1720, which was the capture of our good friends Calico Jack and Bonnie and Mary Reed.
I like the one with Anne Bonny.
And Bonnie?
I think we need to.
Should we do it for our girl?
We should do it for our girl.
For our girl?
For girl Anne Bonny.
For all of y'all who are watching, all 3 of us are fans of Anne Bonny. She was a kick-ass lady. If you all have never heard of her, please go look her up because she was awesome.
Oh yeah.
She was probably the coolest pirate who ever roamed the 7 seas. I don't think she was in all 7, but she was in 1.
It sounded good.
Thank you. Prefer the gills go up further, or the hair is something other than hair. Yeah.
Some like variety. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, well, that's actually kind of interesting because for most mermaids, you actually don't see their gills. Like, they don't have the gills on the side of their neck. They don't even have them at all.
It's true.
So, I think Little Mermaid was kind of the one that started that, but like a lot of mermaids, like portrayed in like shows and movies and stuff, they don't have any gills.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Maybe I'll give mine gills. There, I'm different. All I can picture is a Southern merman getting heated because his barbecue will. Dang it! It's working.
We call that a low country boil. Fella, if you don't know what that is, go look it up. It's a redneck thing.
Oh, delicious.
Yes, honey. Don't be making fun of my low country boil now.
Oh no. Thou shalt not disrespect the low country boil. That's like commandment 15.
Them's fighting words.
You will walk this here plank for that one.
We'll haul ya.
We'll walk the plank.
I love this. Y'all are great.
I wish Stephen was here because he he tries to do an old lady voice, but he ends up just sounding like Potty the parrot from SpongeBob. So like he could be Potty and I could be Patchy.
Yes. Oh my god. I love it.
It's so great. All right, so I have up on the time, woohoo, 1720, which is when our good friend Anne Bonny was eventually captured. Although I won't give away what happened to her because it's still very much who knows. So I'll let you guys look her up because she's awesome. But I'm trying to think. Well, she said something else about like when their ship was getting attacked. She said something like get up here and fight like the men ye pretend to be, or something like that. Like she was calling them out. She was awesome, guys. Just look her up, please. Just look her up. So here we be having our final sprint, and before Maddie forgets, she's going to put on the banner because she remembered this time. I did it. And if ye all are ready, we'll be casting off for the last time here today with our 1720. I'm going back to the Irish again. I apologize to anybody who's Irish and I'm getting your accent wrong. All right, here we go. I muted myself again. You're proud of me.
Proud of you too, Maddie.
Yay. So that was our final sprint. How did everybody do?
I got 200 words. I didn't count this time, so that's just I don't know, a point unto itself. I went brain dead like about halfway through the sprint, so that's why I didn't get that many.
Oh,
That's awesome, though.
that's pretty good though.
Yeah.
I keep having to stretch.
I had lied about saying that I pretty much had everything planned. I remembered some things that I forgot to put on my calendar. So I went back through and I put that stuff on there because I kid you not, if it's not on my calendar, it does not happen. And especially now, like that I've gotten into like the writing community where I do like the writing sprints and we meet and we do things like that. So I'm like, everything has to be on my calendar now, like 100%. And if it's not on my calendar, it legit doesn't happen. So I rely so heavily on my Google Calendar.
Yeah. No, I totally get that.
But I wrote a little bit, not wrote, that was a lie too. I meant to say, I also added some stuff to my October schedule since I was like, well, I might as well just finish this sprint and do what I said I wasn't going to do and start planning for October.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm having a heart-to-heart between Persephone and Demeter, which is really sweet. I love these two. I love him so much because like you read the myths and stuff, and like Demeter, I don't know, Demeter can be one of two things. She's either like really overbearing and kind of scary, or she's just the mama who's worried about her baby girl, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to go for more. She's a mama who's worried about her baby, as opposed to she's overbearing and terrifying. So they're having a little heart-to-heart right now.
I love that.
It's really sweet. I love it. I mostly miss my mom. I'm actually thinking I'm probably going to call my mom after we wrap this up just so I can talk to her. Like, Mom, hi.
Oh, that's so sweet.
She's inviting me and my husband over for chili. And my mama's chili and cornbread is to die for.
Oh.
Y'all, let me tell you, my mama makes really good food. It's very delicious. Fellas, next theme sprint right with Potty and Patchy.
I love it.
I love it. That's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Bella got 380 words. Yay, good job. That's awesome, Bella. And Alice got 721. That's crazy. How the heck do you write that?
That's crazy.
Oh, I don't know. It's mad. Whoa. It's magic. Oh, man.
Awesome.
That's so cool. Well, I guess if there is nothing else, we will thank you all. Oh, I guess we should do it in our pirate voices, huh? Okay. It's my pirate voice that will inevitably turn into an Irish one. Thank you for watching this year's sprint about pirates. We hope you had fun. You know what? I'm just gonna do the rest of this in my Irish accent. This is just what we're going to. This is my defaults now. So, so thank you all so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this year's sprint. I sound like I should be on the Highlands. I guess
You're a well-traveled pirate, my hearty.
Yes.
I be wearing a kilt. But we hope you all enjoyed our little pirate-themed sprint. Thank you for talking, or not so much talking like pirates with us. Helene, Autumn, is there anything you all would like to add before we hop off?
Thank you so much for having me, Maddie. I always have so much fun with the two of you, and we laugh, and we always start my day on a very positive note. So thank you so much for, having this and making me have an awesome start to my Saturday.
You're absolutely welcome. And for all of y'all who do not know of it yet, and if you don't, how could you not? But Autumn, where are you? Over here. Autumn is having a ginormous writing sprint on Tuesday. So if y'all got nothing else to do, y'all got to go hop over there and write with Autumn because it will be fun.
It will be. I'm going to
It'll be
have, I extended the invitation to 9 other author tubers. Yes, 9 other author tubers because my max is 10. And I was like, I can't forget that I have to include myself in this 10. So there's going to be 9 plus, well, 10 people, but maybe not all at one time. But of course, Maddie and Helene, the invitation was extended to y'all too. I will send y'all everything that you need probably today so I can get that out of the way. But yeah, it's going to be a 10K day. It's going to be exciting because it's going to kick off that 3 days of autumn.
Yes. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And I think that's all I've got, I think, for today.
Awesome.
So ye be having a good rest of your day and on your ship, and I hope you don't get pulled over.
By the high seas police.
Woo! It just sounded like a giant siren at the top of the mast. You know what? I hope you all have a great rest of your day and enjoy your Talk Like a Pirate Day. And we will see you guys later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.